Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Y'all, so the first message, y'all. And even though, like, this message literally just came to me, y'all, I was doing my makeup, right? Okay, because, I was kind of, I'm going to say, I was getting on myself. God been getting on me, okay? Like, baby, we got this vanity over here. God then bless me with this vanity. Yet and still, what did I do? I put my watch in here somewhere. Anyways, yet and still, I haven't used it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do my makeup. So while I'm doing my makeup, I keep feeling this pull towards this lipstick, the lip gloss that I have on, okay, on top of my lipstick. And it is a lipstick, the MAC Aaliyah collection, okay, even with the bronzer, okay, the MAC Aaliyah collection bronzer. And I decided against it because I literally, I think I have used that bronzer like maybe twice, because it's like, for those of y'all that don't know, okay, when Mac does a collection with somebody, typically the person's signatures in the, you know what I'm saying? And it means so to me, because I was, like I said, I was a very big Aaliyah fan, and I still am a very big Aaliyah fan, and I wanted to keep her signature in the bronzer, okay? So I haven't really touched it. Sadly, my Selena bronzer broke somehow, some way. I wasn't able to get the Mariah Carey one. And like, y'all, I don't do this anymore. But back when I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over Mac and they collections, baby, I would stand, especially if it's somebody I love, for all three, for Mariah Carey, Aaliyah, and for Selena. I stood in a very, 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 very long line outside of the Galleria in Houston for hours until the store opened. And then even with all that, sometimes like with the Selena collection, by the time I got to the store, everything was sold out. I had to run down to Neiman Marcus and run to Macy's and run here and run there. Baby, I'm not doing that no more. Anyways, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing that no more. By the time Nikki had her collection, I only got me a little lipstick, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I love Nikki, but baby, I'm not standing in no long line for hours no more. I had enough of that. Anyways, so as I'm doing my makeup, I was like, I don't want to wear that lip gloss. That lip gloss is black. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's a Leah thing. Like, I got the lipstick and the lip gloss. And I was like, I don't really wear it because it's black. You know what I'm saying? And as I'm carrying on, putting on my brow, I think like a brown burgundy color, okay, for my own personal lipsticks. And I'm like, the song started playing in my head. Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long. Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. So I'm like, I started laughing, and then I look at the bottom of the lip gloss, because I was like, I bet that's the name of the dang lip gloss. I look at the bottom, it's called One in a Million. I was like, baby, let me get the Bible, okay? But anyways, that's the message, y'all. The scripture comes from Proverbs 13 and 22. A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. An unplowed field produces food for the poor, but injustice sweeps it away. Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. The righteous eat to their heart's content, but the stomach of the wicked goes hungry. Whew. Okay, so here's the message. Here's the message. Here's the message. Here's the message. There is somebody. God has instructed whoever this is for to do something. Okay? And whatever this is, it is intended. A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. God is saying that this is someone that they are, instead, I just feel like this is for somebody that instead of them creating a what is it called, a legacy, they are choosing to live selfishly. Okay. And I just feel like and that's like, God is saying that God has instructed them to do certain things. Um God has commanded certain things of them. And I just feel like this person is kind of like, I'm not worried about that. I don't care about that. Like, I just feel like if this is a situation, which is interesting because of the black lipstick, y'all, that this is like, whoa. But I just feel like this is someone that God is saying he wants this person to think of their children and not just think of strangers. I feel like this is such a touchy subject. This is so sad. Okay. And it doesn't mean that this person is gonna go immediately. But I do feel like this is for someone. They are they have, I don't know, I just feel like this is for a will or something like that. This is for somebody that they have things to leave, regardless if it is properties or if it is monies or whatever it is. But God is saying that you cannot take these things with you, and you should, think about what's going on. And I just feel like regardless to what you whew, like, this is, my heart is feels so heavy with this message. But I just feel like regardless to mm, regardless to the decision you make, okay, God is like, say it, okay, regardless to the decision that you make, understand that it will have no effect on you, and it will except when you get to God, because this is, you will be judged by the decision that you make. But I just feel like this is a heavy decision for somebody. And God is saying that this person, like, they have a heavy decision on their heart. But God is saying that the decision that you make, it is detrimental. Um if it's a situation where it's detrimental to someone else's well-being, to someone else's I just feel like this is somebody, regardless if this person is sick right now, or if this person has like something, I feel like this person got something going on, and they know that it's something going on, and they have a feeling about this. God says choose wisely, because you have to think about it. Like, I'm being reminded right now of when my grandmother passed away, and it was just like not even just like, I'm not even gonna put my family business out like that. I on good soul food, when the mother passed away, and how the children were fighting on what they should do with the house. And one child, she wanted to sell the house, and the other children said they wanted to keep the house. Meanwhile, one of the children, she was still staying there. And it was kind of like she wouldn't have had nowhere to go. She, like, if they would have sold that house, if Terry, I think that was her name, Terry would have decided to sell that house, Bird would have just been, oh, well, too bad, too sad, pack your stuff and you got to go. She on the streets. Meanwhile, Terry got a house. The other sister, I forgot her name, she had a house. But it was the one sister that was still staying, and I like the baby, she was still staying with her mama. And it's not to say that she didn't have a job where she would be able to cover the bills. It wasn't a situation where she wouldn't be able to care for the house and care. She was taking care of her uncle with her best ability. She was trying to feed him and ensure that he was fed. And, she She was trying her best, but I just feel like this is a situation where God is saying that for somebody, the decision that you make, if you make a decision, and I just feel like you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go back to the movie. Like if it was a situation where Terry had beef with Bird, like if it was the other sister that she had beef with, and you like this is somebody a parent knows if your children don't like each other. Period. You know. You know. And it is wicked to leave one child in the hands of another child knowing good and well that child don't like them, because guess what, they don't care what happens to them, they don't care if they get anything, they not gonna see nothing. I just feel like this is a situation where, and whoever this child is, they good. I just feel like this is somebody, this child, they good. That regardless if they have a house, they got an apartment, they got whatever they have going on, they are good, and they are in a good, they're stable and they're good. They don't need any help. And it's not to say that you should give something just because somebody needs help. And I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like this is such a touchy situation. But the message to whoever this person is, like they know, and because they know, God said he watching this. Because this is somebody you know good and well. If you leave your child, if you leave your house, just like I said, if she would have left her at that house, you know, Terry was in charge of her estate. If it would have been the sister that she didn't like staying in that house, she would have put her out. Period. She would have put her out. She would have pulled up with the cops and put her out. And you know, like this is something that can get very dangerous. Some people, they will really pull out, you know, tools and firearms and start fighting over what they parent, baby. Baby, what they parents love. God said when you get these things in order, don't loosely write things and loosely put things. Don't do nothing like that. I'm even being reminded of a story this girl told. I forgot her name, but she was talking about how I think it was like a compilation. Like she told a story on TikTok and somebody else put it on YouTube. But anyways, she was talking about how her ex, she decided to allow him to move in with her. They were on and off. She put him on the lease. She decides to go on a trip. He gets mad at her for going on a trip. And he decides to pack up all of her stuff and put her stuff out and lock her out. And when she comes back, she can't get inside. She calls the cops on him. But because both their names are on the lease, she has to leave. And she's, oh well, too bad, too sad for her. God said, for somebody, if you know good and well, like this is like, long story short, you're gonna have to make a decision. You're gonna have to make a choice. And it's not I just don't feel like it's a situation where you should have to choose between your children. I just feel like this is like a logical thing. God is saying logically, if you know that one child don't have nowhere to go and they gonna be out in the cold versus another child that is just fine, why in the, like I just feel like logically. And once again, I just feel like that's the message. That's literally what God is saying. God is saying a good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. And I just feel like God is saying that this this is something, you know. Oh, that's the message. Like, ooh. Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. And even I feel like even if this is somebody you don't want to choose and you would prefer for everybody, you would have to specify certain things. Because once again, this is somebody you know. You know one of your kids is always mean to the other one. You know they always picking on this child. You know they are always being you know this is somebody you know. You already know. You already know it's gonna be some problems. And I understand that it's a situation like, and I can't even say I understand because I only have one child. But I feel like this is somebody you don't want to have to choose. And me personally, I would prefer to just know from off the bat that a parent has already chosen that they choose this other child. And I can't stunt as somebody that, you know what I'm saying, it can make I understand, because it can make the child feel like, well, you love them more than me. Because let's be real. And regardless to if it's an excuse of, well, they're the oldest, like, it's still like, okay. And I like, I just feel like they the oldest, and that's nice and that's dandy, but still, like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is somebody that's stuck in a pickle. And they are stuck in a tough situation. And me personally, I don't want to tell nobody what to do, especially when it's something that you work for. And it's something that is yours. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing that God gave to you. And it's something that it belongs to you. And, God is just sending me to deliver this message. This is for somebody. You're going to have to get that together. And you're going to have to make a decision, not just based upon, not just based upon favorites and how you feel as far as who you like the most, even though, if that's your thing, you know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. You do what you want to do. But God is saying that he wants this decision to be not just based upon that, but he wants it to be based also upon what is logical and what makes sense and what will happen. Because, just like I said, like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Would you be okay with the idea of your children fighting? Would you be okay with the idea of your children going back and forth? Would you be okay with this? Would you be okay with that? And, just like if you already know that your children don't have a good standing relationship, guess what? When you gone, because I know I'm probably, like, I can't sing. When my parents are not here, I'm probably not going to have a very good relationship with either of my siblings. And I that's just the truth, because they really, like, we barely talk to each other. And that's just the truth. And I don't know if it's because of the gap in our age or what it is, but it is what it is. And I know I wouldn't be the only person. There are a lot of people that are like that, I basically grew up by myself because my siblings are so much older than me. And there are so many people that are, that happens, and it's a difference from actually growing up with somebody and when you don't grow up with them and you really don't know them very well. But anyways, nonetheless, I just feel like for somebody, this isn't just a situation where they ain't grow up together. It ain't just a situation where they don't really know each other. It's a situation where your children literally, they fight tooth and nail. They don't get along. They don't get along regardless if it's because of their spouses. The spouse don't get along with the sibling, or if it's because they had words a time or two or whatever it is, they do not get along, and you know it. And they may put on smiles for you. And they may put they may say, okay, well, they do things. I just feel like this is a situation. They do things for you, but if you are not there, they are going to be fighting, and it will be a war. There, I said it. It's gonna be a fight. And I just feel like God is saying that you got to think about that. You do not want to put your children in a position to where they are it's already like the emotions, will already be on high because they're losing somebody that is very important to them. This is a heartbreaking situation. Mama or daddy or whatever, grandparents, this first love, second love, whatever. And I just feel like to not only lose somebody that you love so much, but then on top of that, to end up either in a position to where you now have to fight with somebody and have to take them to court or do this or do that. Like this, God is saying have things in order and be fair about it, and don't just think about who's your favorite, and don't just think about who's this, who's that. Like, think about it in a logical way, okay? And that's the message. That's the message. That's the message. That is so sad. Oh Lord. I should have known that. That's why I did not want to put this lip gloss on. I did not want to put this lip gloss on, and I did not want to put this lip gloss on. And for whoever this person is, once again, the song, your love is a 1 in a million. It goes on and on and on. I just feel like whoever you are very much so cherished and loved by your children and by your children's children. They love you so much. And I mean, even if you just put that, because there are some people that I've saw it on, seen it in shows and stuff like that, where they require that they don't fight. And if you know your kids don't get along, regardless if they smile for you, regardless if you, like, I just feel like and you do not want to put the child that is deliberately not inviting the other child to birthday parties. They deliberately don't spend any time with them. They deliberately don't call them. They don't give them no happy birthday, no happy Father's Day, or happy Mother's Day. They don't like this is a situation where they don't like each other at all. They can't stand each other. And it may not, I feel like it's one-sided, but it may not be. And regardless as to why, God says this is not this is a situation, and I'm hearing choose, but this is, see, when you're in an undecisive manner, you know what I'm saying? Because at least if you choose, then whoever is not chosen, they can figure it out. Regardless if they have to, and they may have to, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what they got to do. But it's not fair for you to just leave with everything in limbo. I just leave everything in limbo. God says you have to ensure that everything is taken care of. Because otherwise it could be a fight and it could be a struggle. And you don't leave. God doesn't want you to leave things like that. And that's the message. Okay. That's the message. That's the message. I just and what I'm seeing is someone having to struggle, because they it's the difference between somebody telling you straight up, yo, this is what's happening. And it is what it is. It is what it is. You can't get mad if they get upset with you. You can't get mad if they you can't get mad about these things. If they decide they go on about their business and they don't talk to you no more, it is what it is. But at the same time, it's fair, because what are you expecting? Unless you yourself don't even like your child and you purposely doing something, you know what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother thing. And that's a whole nother thing, to purposely know that you are to purposely leave something to a child that don't like the other child, and that child is Lord. God said, whoever this is for, you need to have your affairs in order in a way that it is not going to leave everything in limbo and everything up in the air and everything in, because I just feel like you never know. And once again, this is for somebody that's sick. This is for somebody you got some stuff going on. This is somebody, they got some things going on. God said, do not leave everything in disarray. And we have free will. And that's why, I just feel like, even though I like, part of the message, God is saying that you should choose a certain child, but at the same time, you got free will. You choose whoever you want to. But you know what I'm saying? It should, at least, you should at the very least tell whoever what's going on. You should let them know what's going on. You should let them know that this is what it is. Okay. And like I said, I would prefer for the to already know, okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you're not leaving me nothing. It is what it is. Even if you go through the emotions of, well, dang, they don't even love me, and have your heart broken a little bit, not speak to them, for it is what it is. It is what it is. But when it really comes down to it, it is what it is. It is what it is. Some parents have favorites, and it is what it is. And that, just like I said, even if it's a situation where you have a favorite, it is what it is. But don't blindside anybody, because this is like, don't leave anybody in a situation where they're going to be in the streets. And don't leave in a situation where your children are literally going to be fighting tooth and nail, and arguing and going back and forth about what's going to be going on. And this is no, we going to do it. And no, we going to do it. And no, we going to, like God said, don't do that. It's already going to be enough going on. It's already going to be enough going on. And that's the message. Okay. That's the message. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Last thing, just know, when you get there, and I'm talking about when you go and you stand before God, He will ask about every decision that you made. He will ask about every deed that you did. He will ask, 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 he will ask. And that's the message. I pray that God has mercy on whoever this is for. Like, I don't even know what oh my God. I do not like messages like this here. I don't like messages like this here. But that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.